Hey everyone, and welcome to my first ever YouTube video. It's just going to be a sketchbook tour of this sketchbook here. It's a Canson Art Book 180 degrees in A4, I believe. And here on the first page in the inside cover, I like to put a little drawing. It's a fox in a box, and with my contact details, so if it's ever lost, people can return it to me. This is the time in which I've finished it, and I actually had a break in the middle of this because I put this sketchbook into my portfolio for my art school when it was unfinished. So I had a few months off of this sketchbook. On the first page I put a little designated test area. Which kind of helped me getting accustomed to the paper, what works on it, what doesn't work on it that well. And up here is a friend of mine from Instagram that I drew, with which I also did this collab, which is still pending, kind of, but it's going to happen soon, I promise. I sent this line art of this, god of the woods who has these mushrooms growing out of his back to her. Some studies. And here's actually one of my characters with his 7 cats. I still need to do a bit more with him because I didn't. Then here we have the band members of it's a band and they're friends of mine. And they're really great. And I draw them a lot. Then here we have a little Happy Wednesday Addams, a mermaid, girl with magical powers. A list of stuff for my portfolio, which I kept adding stuff onto. Then some split hair stuff, which I really find interesting. I really would love to get my hair split dyed like that, but I don't think I'm brave enough, to be honest. Then some frogs. The theme for my portfolio was actually transformations, so I thought a lot about frogs because to me, frogs undergo one of the most fascinating transformation processes ever, going from an egg to a tadpole to a frog. I want to add at this point that it's totally okay to have ugly pages in your sketchbooks like these. Not every page has to be perfect. If that was the case, my sketchbooks would be crap. Leave stuff unfinished in your sketchbook. That's what it's for. Don't be afraid to experiment. Many people tell me don't use that much water on this paper because it's not the right paper for it, but I don't really care. My sketchbook has gotten this thick. But I don't care. Then over here we have one of my favorite pages in the sketchbook actually, which is of my derpy Pokemon. I drew these from memory. And then it was a fine liner. And I went over it with water and it bled horribly. But I really liked it, so I just used that. And my favorite, I think, is this Cyndaquil, who just looks very sad to even exist. Then we have a beach body and another fox under a thing. With some studies over here. And another fox, because I really like foxes. Then we have this little idea that I would really like to turn into a postcard sometime. Some more Pokemon. A cicada and some mantises that I drew from memory. Some more character stuff. Here's another page on mantises. mantises, I'm not sure. This is actually from one of a Pathfinder rounds. It was a joke. I started experimenting with this idea of a wolf in sheep's clothing. This is actually a real... I glued this in because this page was kind of empty and I wanted to submit the sketchbook. This was like a map for a Pathfinder game I ran with my family. And this is Solaire from Dark Souls. I'll do this little chibi version of him. This is Sock Girl, a reoccurring character who's really passionate about socks. Some naked stuff, some not so naked stuff. A really big acrylic page that I did. And this character wasn't there from the beginning. And I actually put him in because the scene kind of reminded me and a friend of Howl's Moving Castle when they, If you've seen the movie, you know that scene. Then I have a Pokemon here in markers, and I actually didn't have the right colors. So I redid them in acrylic, and they turned out really great. Some concept stuff, another Pokemon, this time in gouache. Over here we have some landscape paintings also done in gouache. Then I did some splatters on a page, wild splatters, and drew over them like this bony guy and another praying mantis. Then I actually took the napkins or towels that I used to dab the paint of my brush and glued them in here, and then I painted over them also. And I think this one really looks like poison ivy. I really like it. Some more Pokemon, a girl with her doggo, some pencil stuff. I was experimenting. And this was a sketch I did for a painting that I gave to a friend. This I did in Holland on a napkin, and I poured some water over it for some reason. Some faces. I found out that this very cheap felt tip that my sister had actually bled when you put water over it, and it bled into these nice, like, spacey shades. And I experimented with that for a while. Then I kind of got inspired by Rihanna and Beyonce here. This is actually from a catalog, and I thought the girl was standing very awkwardly, and it was just like this wild dress and these colors, and then I kind of had to draw it. I actually put gold spray paint in here and painted on top of it. Here too. This is actually from Mouse Guard, which is my recommendation to you. If you don't know Mouse Guard, you should really check it out. It's a great comic and a great like pen and paper role-playing game. It's just really cute. It looks beautiful. Go check it out. Some more wolves and sheep. Then here's the singer of that band that I already mentioned, my friend's band. Some doodles here. Then here's like a witch from the world of Kiki's little delivery service, because they all have to wear these dresses. That was my sister's first school day. I drew this lizard going to school. And I mapped out this comic that's also in my portfolio. Glued this in because why not? And yeah, now we're getting close to the time when I actually handed the sketchbook in for my portfolio. So I just started sticking all these things and doing things on quick things on photos because I wanted to get as much of this full as possible. I glued this in on an empty page because I wanted to get it filled, wanted some color in there. I did some creature designs. I glued these in. Those are some pictures I found, actually. I did this, which was this picture of a bathroom I found somewhere. And then I added this character on these photos too. Oh, wait. Yeah, I scribbled this in. I did some more Pokemon. Yeah. Painted some more in. Glued this in, and under here is a study of a painting that I found on the internet, but I could not find the original artist before making this video, so I put a piece of paper of it because I don't feel comfortable sharing this study if I can't link to the original artist. Oop. And yeah, after that I actually handed it in my portfolio and got it back, I think 3 months later. And yeah, then I started again. I started right away in the car from getting my portfolio back. I put these girls in, like this page I did in the car. And I was so excited to get my sketchbook back. I drew out a Star Wars character of mine, Korra, and kept on creating, and then really filled this in a rush, basically. Here's this. A question I have for you guys. Do you believe this is a really large cat, or do you believe this is a really tiny whale? Because I find it interesting what people think. I actually did a little piece on that I gave away as a Christmas present. Yeah, sure. Christmas present. Here's a sketch page full of different stuff. Really like these deers down here. Then, yeah, these are some concepts I had for oil paintings because I got oil paint for Christmas. Then this watercolor piece. Some Binding of Isaac stuff. And these are actually oil paintings that I have started. These two are actually finished and are also up on my Instagram. These two aren't. I still have to work on those. Yeah. This is a doodle I did at work. Some girls. This is actually a YouTuber that I really like, which is Cat for the Win. She does Let's Plays and all that stuff, and if you like games, and just check her out. She's such a nice person. And she actually saw this on a live stream of hers. And she was so cute about it. She really liked it, and I'm so happy she did. These are some sketches of my Pathfinder character Kimi. This actually was turned into a final piece, which was called Journey. And this is like half done somewhere in a drawer. Then I watched Zootopia again and did some sketches. This is a friend of mine. And here's Sock Girl again. This is, by the way, supposed to be me. Then I absolutely destroyed my sister's pictures just to kind of humiliate her. And she absolutely hated me for it. Yeah, if you want to take a look at these, that is my sister. This is what she looks like. She's going to hate me for this. Here's some more Pathfinder and D&D sketches. my little plush companion, he's a Pokemon, he's called Nugget. I actually have him up on my bed, and with some Pokemon stuff, because I can't stop with Pokemon for some reason. Little portrait of a girl. And for some reason I had this idea of chickens as the first abstract artists. I don't know what I was thinking. I did these little comics about the pet mimic of a friend of mine. Then over here I have my Meet the Artist, which is also up on my Instagram if you want to look at that a bit more. I actually glued these in. I did them on a separate piece of paper and then glued them in because it gave this really cool effect. And I could position them a bit more freely, and yeah. And this is Candy Can, who's also a YouTuber. He does music. Yeah. Then here we have a few little things that you can fold and stuff. Then here we have my two sushi people. She says, I'm a sushi. And she says, me too, dude. We have a white tiger over here. A little robot. Then we have, I don't know how many of you know that Vine, but it's a Vine, and I don't know why it's so funny to me. It's just this girl that walks by and says, and they were roommates. And this guy turns the camera to himself and says, oh my god, they were roommates. I don't know why it's so funny to me. It just gets funnier the more you watch it, and I had to make a raptor. And that raptor was supposed to be gossiping in a fitness studio. And that's what I decided she was saying. And I really like it. Then I watched Beauty and the Beast and drew a little Chip and Belle. This was a design for one of the many Valentine's Day cards that I gave away this year. Then I did some studies on some octopi. And I really love how squishy this one looks, just like you can touch him and he will be squishy. Here's another character of mine. I have a lot of characters. Then I did this exercise where you draw random splotches on a page and then make things out of them. Many whales, many cats, many birdos, and many dinosaurs. Then I did some Harry Potter characters here. Luna and Hermione. Well, with my babysitter child, actually. She's a big fan of Harry Potter, so I did this for her. This is my D&D character Elka with her mastiff doggo Jin. She's like a Beastmaster Ranger. And not the most capable, if I may say so. What do we have here? Yeah, props to Reggie. Hey, Reggie! Another character that is kind of in the works again and again and again right now. Yeah, some naked cat lady. This is gouache again. I just wanted to try it again because I can't really seem to get the hang of it. So I try again and again. Yeah, some random doodles. Sock girl. This is Laszlo, which is Reggie's cat. And I got this shimmering ink. I actually have it here. It's this Shimmering Gold by Dale Rowney, and it's so beautiful. It's insanely beautiful. And I actually did this too with it, and it's just so pretty. I don't think it's as pretty on camera as it is in real life, but it's pretty damn pretty. And the last page is a sketch page I did for a birthday gift for my lovely friend, who I also had on the very first page. It's funny that it starts with her and it sort of ends with her too. Yeah. It was like the star signs of the little bear and the big bear together. Yeah, but that kind of concludes my sketchbook video for this one. Whew, that was a hassle to get through. I had to restart this so many times. But thank you so much for watching this. I really appreciate it. I will put my Instagram down below. I will appreciate every single comment you write me, suggestions, how I could improve maybe, like critiques, not on my art, on my videos. This is like, I'm constantly working on my art. But yeah, thank you so much, and I will hopefully see you again. Bye!